So you've clicked on this video because you want to learn about sociology and you saw an anime girl. And, well, I got both of those for you, both the sociology and the anime girl. If you haven't checked it out already, episode 0 is up on my channel if you want to know what the series overall is going to deal with. But this is episode 1. So in this episode, I'll be going through some background and some basic theory, such as what you actually do in sociology and where it came from, and some theories that govern how and what we do. So in episode 0, I kind of touched on this, but I didn't really go beyond, oh, we live in a society and we study society, right? Well, as you can probably guess, it's a bit deeper than that. So sociology is all about looking at societal norms, looking at social structures, and looking at social changes, right? So if something social has happened, it's very likely there's a sociology paper about it, be it gender or, revolutions, that kind of stuff. People write about that. We analyze it. We write papers. We discuss it. We debate it. And that's what sociology is just all about. It's about taking what other people have written and what society does and synthesizing it into knowledge, I guess, about society. And so in order to actually do that, we have lots of theories. And in this episode, I'll be touching on the idea of different factors that we need to look at within sociology. So then, there are a bunch of factors that we look at when we are doing sociology. So there's historical, structural, cultural, and critical. And I'll be going through and explaining what exactly each of those actually means. So that first one is historical factors. Pretty straightforward. It's when we look back at history and we look at where we came from and the process we took to get from there to the here and now, and we use it in our analyses. So for example, if we're studying racism, we'd have to look at the history of racism within a given region, and we'd look at, for example, in the US, the civil rights movement, right? The next factor is then structural factors. Think societal institutions like schools, organized religions, social groups, other similar units within society, and how they influence and affect our lives. Another one of those factors then is cultural factors. That is, how does tradition, cultural values, and belief systems such as religion all influence our perspectives and our existence within society? It's got a bit of overlap with anthropology, but I mean, that's social science. It's all interconnected. Now, the last one is critical factors. This one's a bit less, obvious, but it's essentially this idea of okay, we need to be inquisitive, right? We have to ask questions. We have to trouble, society, make it a bit weirder by taking the normal and asking, okay, but why is that the normal? And being very careful to not leave stuff as just, oh, that's a given. No, we have to actually analyze it. And so those are the 4 factors: historical, structural, cultural, and critical. Now let's get a little bit historical and look at where sociology really came from. Well, much like many other things, it came from the turbulence of the 1800s. Because, well, in the 19th century, lots of revolutions were happening, both societal and mechanically. And people were like, ooh, what's happening with these gosh darn slaves? Workers. And how is that change happening? And why is it happening? And fortunately for us, a French person decided to say, what is the study of society, and coined the term sociology, which is unfortunate because it's a fun discipline. It's just coined by a Frenchman. Very sad. But it originally was about this, right? Think Marx and his big analysis on why society is the way it is, right? And then through the years, it's evolved alongside society that it studies. And nowadays, Sociologists are more concerned with stuff like globalization, about post-industrial societies, and looking at intersectional identities and how people organize society and all that fun stuff. Well, today's episode was kind of theoretical, but that's okay because next episode's also going to be theoretical. Um, Specifically, socialization. So, looking glass self, symbolic interactionism, and presentation of self. Fun theories. And I hope to see you over there because the link is right here. And if I haven't uploaded it, that'll just be a playlist link. So, yeah, click the link. I know you want to learn more sociology.